Hello and thanks for stopping by my channel. I'm really excited to be guest designing for ThermoWeb this month. I love anything that adds sparkle and shine to my projects, and ThermoWeb's products definitely fit the bill. For this card today, I'll be using the Joni printable from Ann Corbiere-Scott Designs. I love her printables because you can get 3 different cards out of one PDF printable sheet. I printed it with my laser printer onto some smooth white cardstock, and I'm using the Gold Shattered Glass Foil from ThermoWeb. The shattered glass foils are some of my absolute favorites. The effect is stunning on your projects. After running it through my laminator, I'm using blending brushes with the neon ElectroPop inks from Rina and Gina to add color to the flowers. One of the really cool things about the foil is that it will resist the ink. So I can blend right over the top of the foiled images, and all I have to do is use a little piece of paper towel to buff the ink off in the end. I really wanted these colors to be bright, so I used these neon inks. I'm concentrating the color into the center of the flowers and letting it gently blend outwards. For the green leaves, I started out with a really tiny blending brush, but ended up not liking how it was working, so I switched to a slightly larger brush and liked better how it was blending. I wasn't too worried about staying in the lines because I was going to be fussy cutting out these flowers later. But one of the cool things about foil is that it will resist most types of ink, markers, paint, or anything that you use to color your images. I usually keep a paper towel handy so that I can buff it off the top later, and it will still have beautiful shine. You can also foil after you do the inking, and it will still adhere to the printed images. The colors that I used for this project are Poppin Pink and Screamin Green. ThermoWeb also has a line of enamels, flock, and Glitz gels that match the ElectroPop inks from Rina and Gina. Once I was done inking the flowers, I started to fussy cut them with my scissors, but then remembered that I wanted to use my trimmer to get the sentiments down at the bottom. That way it would be easier to trim them in a straight line later. I fussy cut this one flower on camera just so you could see I was doing a rough cut around the edges, but then I did stop the camera because I didn't think anybody wanted to watch me fussy cut 4 different flowers out. Since the ink had gone a little bit outside the lines, I wasn't being very precise, and it still comes with a cool effect. I did cut the leaves out as well so that I could pop up some of the flowers and layer some of the leaves underneath them. Once I was done cutting all of the images, I took a very small paintbrush and I used some of the Glitz glitter gel in Orange Glow and dabbed it onto the center of the flowers. These are the Glitz gels that match perfectly with the Rina and Gina line of ElectroPop inks. Because of the nice thick texture of the gels, it's very easy to use a small paintbrush to position it exactly how you want it inside the lines. After I finished using the orange glow in the center of the flowers, I was able to use the same paintbrush and the Screamin Green Glitz gel to make very small lines down the detail center of the leaves. I was able to push it with the paintbrush enough so that you still saw the foiled lines outside of the Glitz gel. When these dry, it'll leave a beautiful sparkle textured part on the middle of the flowers and the middle of the leaves. For the sentiment on the card, I decided to make it green by ink blending over it the same way I did with the flowers. I wanted it to stand out against the flowers and the white background on the card. Once I finished ink blending over the sentiment, I again used a paper towel to buff off the excess ink to ensure that it would still shine brightly. The final result is a card full of glitter and shine. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.